Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name's Kristen, and today I'm making a set of Easter Aqua nails, 10XL nails, and I'm super excited because it's been over a year since I've made some liquid nails, so we are going to hop right into it. No pun intended, but I had these Fimo pieces that I really wanted to use, and I had these bunny charms, I think for the last 2 years, that I was just dying to put on a set. So, yeah, if that sounds like a good time, be sure to stick around. I'm going to start by prepping all the nails by filing the tips, making sure it fits around the cuticle, and also filing the bottom edges of the nail to make sure that the backing will stick. And while I'm doing that, I just want to say I have been missing y'all so much. I am so happy to be back to uploading again. Thank you for being patient with me while I went through some personal stuff. Everything's all good. And I am almost ready to launch a Patreon site where I'm going to be sharing a little bit more personal information about me, what's going on in my life, and yeah, so I'm starting with a $5 US dollar tier, and I hope that that's an affordable amount. So definitely let me know in the comment section if that would work for you. And stay tuned, it's going to be launching very soon. And I think the first video I'm going to put up on there is a little studio tour. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And hopping back to the nails. I think I'm just going to use the word hopping through this video. It's just going to be a thing. I'm using these 10XL square full cover nail tips from Enail Couture Canada. Oh, such a mouthful. And I'm doing this thing that I like to do to make press-ons where I put a little bit of oil on my nail bed, not too much, but like enough so that the gel won't stick. I'm also using the Enail Couture bubblegum gel, and then I press it on the nail, and then I just pop it right off again. And usually I'll take a brush or just use my finger and kind of like pull it down a little bit, make sure it's like all touching the sides, if you know what I mean. And yeah, once that looks good, I'll just put it in the lamp to cure it, and it's like a perfect fitting press on. These nails from Enail Couture are my favorite for making the liquid nails. It's like the biggest aquarium tank nails I have. I thought about maybe doing a 3XL square instead of the 10XL, but I just love to go big. I don't know, if I'm doing the liquid nails, I just want to do them long so that the little pieces have like more room to float up and down. From Temu, I believe I ordered a set of 10XL nails that are flatter, like they have less of a, I don't know how to say that. They're like, they don't have like a big apex. They're not as sculpted as these. They're flatter. And I was going to use those for my liquid nails today, but I just felt like the tank would actually be like smaller than I wanted to be because they weren't so sculpted. And they also had turned a little bit yellow. I have only had them for maybe a month, and yeah, they were like yellowed. And that is like the nice thing. I don't really promote Enail Couture products that often because it's kind of like hit or miss with them, but their nail tips are exceptional and they never turn yellow over time, and they're just such great quality. So I do recommend their nail tips a lot, and also their bubblegum gel. So some of the products I'm going to be using to make these nails are the products in the Dash Nails Aqua kit. You used to be able to buy this kit on Etsy, but honestly, Etsy sucks so hard for creators. I used to have an Etsy shop, and it just started to get super bad with fees and scams and just like no like support at all. So I am happy that Dash Nails got the F out of Etsy, and she just has her own website now. So check that out if you're looking to purchase this kit. It is a little bit on the pricier side, so later in this video I have an alternate option for you if you want to make these nails but not invest in the kit. The bubblegum gel that I used on these to make them fit like press-ons also is working for me as a guide for how like tall the tank should be and, where to like actually cure this part on so that my finger still fits underneath. So yeah, I didn't actually like mark them with how high to put that up. I just used that gel as a guide. And once it's cured, so I flash cured it, then tossed it in the lamp for a full minute. And once I get this side starting to peel up, it's just going to peel right off. It works so well on this paper. It's like a little textured from the paper, but you really cannot notice once you get a top coat on there. And yeah, everything's looking good. So I'm going to take a pair of scissors. Got my Christmas scissors on the go, and we're just going to like cut off all the excess. And then if there's any areas that need to be filed, I'm going to give them a little file. I tend to do a very thorough inspection every time I do these. And look, it fits my nail bed perfectly. But I really don't want there to be any leaks, so I'm doing my best to be like pretty careful. And I am filing right now, which does get the filing dust everywhere. I actually ran these under some water and gave them a little wash after the filing. And now I'm just going to try to fill up this big hole, which honestly was a bit of a challenge. I kind of forget how I did it last time, but I'm just like glob cure, glob cure. And once I get like most of it covered, I go in with a brush and kind of smooth it out. It's not perfect, but luckily we're going to cover most of that anyway with some gel polish. And once more, they're fitting literally perfectly. So yeah, for these larger areas, it's just glob cure, glob cure. You get it. It's like not professional whatsoever. But yay, it fits perfectly again. So we pretty much have our tanks done. Let's pick out some Fimo pieces. Look how effing cute these carrots are. I'm obsessed with these carrots so much. I didn't like every single design that was in these Fimo packs. I just wanted to pick out the ones that I wanted to use, which is obviously the carrots. I love these little bunny heads. I didn't like any of the Easter eggs. Didn't really feel like they were fitting. I pulled out some of these pink bunny heads, but I don't think I actually end up using any of them. There's also these funny looking chicks inside eggs, and I didn't even open that section. It was just not the vibe I was going for, but lots of these flowers are gonna fit. So I'm just gonna go through and pick out a few of the flowers that I think will go well. And yeah, once I get all these picked out, we're gonna start filling up the tanks. I have a few packs of these colored caviar beads. I actually got these from Enail Couture, Canada. I'm just like a walking ad for them today. Anyway, so some of them have pastel colors, so I'm going to pick out the pastel pink, blue, and green. And I didn't really vibe with the yellow that was in there. Oh, and this is my little witchy candlestick holder that I use to hold up. I'm putting some sticky tack in it, and I use it to hold the nail up so I can fill the tank. Yeah, just be creative, be a problem solver. I'm gonna put some oil in the tank right away just because I feel like I remember that being a way to not get all the things stuck together. And then I'm gonna start by trying to scoop some of these caviar beads in. I'm using the backside of this cuticle pusher. This was not an easy way to do it. Like I kind of ended up having a bit of a flow with it, but these little guys were unruly. I have zero grace when it comes to putting things inside these tanks. I don't know if it's something I'll get better at over time, but I'm always so awkward and I always make such a mess. Like, get in there, little bunny. And yeah, so I'm just gonna put in the ones that I think are gonna look cute. Oh my god, I'm really struggling. I didn't realize. Watching this back, I'm like, wow, I cannot pick these up. Okay, that one went in. Okay, all right, I'm learning. So yeah, a couple of carrots, a couple of bunnies, a couple of flowers, and that should do it. I think I'm also gonna add some more caviar beads once I get a look at how full the tank is. Oh, they're so fun. Like, I do find these nails hard to do because if they leak, it's, like, really frustrating to redo them, but, when you have them and they're moving around, they're looking so cute. I really missed making some aqua nails. When I first started trying nails like this last year, there was definitely creators doing it, but there wasn't, like, a ton of creativity, like, a ton of, like, really interesting sets, and in the last year, it has just blown up so big. There's like different aqua kits out there now. It's become more mainstream, if I can say that, in the nail art community. And people are going wild with these. Like, the creativity is unmatched. And now I feel like I can't keep up with all the creative liquid nails that are happening. I mean, I'll do my best, but yeah, so this is about as creative as I could get today. My creativity has been down for sure, but I feel a resurgence coming on. We'll see. To close this up, we're going back to the old Cure method, which honestly, these were kind of messy. The filing helped, like filing them at the end when I was done, but anyway, let's check out this nail. It's looking so friggin' cute. But at this point, I am noticing that my hand is feeling a little oily and I can't really figure out where it's coming from. So, yeah. Honestly, I was having a little bit of a sad moment. This was the first one I did. I couldn't figure out where the leak was coming from. And from my past experiences making liquid nails, it never works to try to fix the leak. It's better to start from scratch, just in my experience. So I set that aside. We're going to move on to the second one. It doesn't like I couldn't find any holes or any places where it would leak, so we're just going to like hop right into it and hope for the best that this one is going to be okay, and then I'll remake the other one later. I didn't even realize I started doing this till I watched it back. Look how good I am at picking up the pieces now. I got a little method on the go. I don't even remember doing that. Oh my goodness. It's good to film yourself because then you can see what you're doing and learn from it. Oh, that one didn't want to go in. Get in there. And yeah, add some pixie crystals. I love pixie crystals in the liquid nails. They add such a nice shimmer. I'm just kind of speeding through this one because we've already seen me do this and then have it end in a minor disaster. So here's hoping that this one's going to work out. Okay, after that final glob and cure to seal it up, let's inspect this one. It's looking so cute. I'm like, oh no, what's that feeling? But this one turned out totally fine. There's no leak and it is lovely. So here we go. We've got one successful liquid nail tank. I'm obsessively inspecting it. Oh my god, they're gonna be so cute. Look at them go. I was working on remaking that other nail off camera, and I decided to try the LGN Pro Bling It Gel to make the background. And it is so sturdy. It worked so well. It felt stronger than the other product I was using. So I think if you have the LGN Pro Bling It Gel, which is a no wipe gel, it is going to work amazing for these. So, oh, the only thing I noticed is that that Bling It Gel does have more of a yellowing factor than the other product. So it's something to keep in mind, but most clear gels do have a yellowing factor to them. So it's kind of like, you deal with it. And I really don't think it's going to be noticeable in the end with all those pieces floating around. But yeah, it's just something I noticed. And I'm going to super speed through this one. I'm doing something a little different than the Glob and Cure. I'm using this extra piece and I'm curing it on top like that, trimming around the excess, and then just kind of adding some gel on top and around it to make sure. Honestly, I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I changed up my method for this last one because it stressed me out. I was like, oh my God, what if this doesn't work? What am I doing? But it did work. It did seal it up. So we've now got our two successful aqua nails on the go. And now that we have these two done, we can move on to the rest of the set. The hard part is over. I'll be using a couple of different pastel colors today. This color from Nail Reserve is called Breaking News, and it is like my favorite color in my whole gel polish collection. I've only used it like a few times, but I love this color so much. And I also really love the Nail Reserve quality of their polishes. Their color curation is my favorite. They have the most like amazing colors. I just vibe with their color schemes. I do have a code with them, so I'll put that in the description. There might even be a link. I'm not sure. But yeah, if by chance you're shopping for gel polish and you're going to buy something from Nail Reserve, um, use my code. So I'm using this, my favorite color, to cover up all the nasty parts of this nail that we don't want to see. And I'm not being like super precise. I do want there to be like a relatively straight line across, but because I know I'm probably going to put a charm there, I'm not too concerned with it. I'm not even going to break out a liner brush. I'm just going to use this brush to get the coverage, to get the line. And the rest of the colors I'm going to be using today are from that Enail brand or Enail. I'm not really sure how to say it. I had picked up a pastel set of theirs, and it's like perfect. Every time spring rolls around, I always have the perfect pastel colors. And this was one of the first sets of nail polish that I bought. So if you're kind of like new starting out in nails, I highly recommend buying like a primary color kit, a pastel color kit. I remember I also got like some like browns, like a brown kit, which has really come in handy for mixing custom colors. So if you kind of just get a nice spectrum of basics, you can literally mix any color to get any color you need. And that's what I did for a really long time before brands started sending me like before they started sending me products and stuff like that. I was very like, well, I think I was kind of wise about buying my gel colors. Um, that's probably up for debate, but at times I showed some wisdom in purchasing. So yeah, so we're gonna do like a very pastel set. I wasn't like totally sure where the set was gonna go. I just knew I wanted to do the liquid nails. I wanted to use those bunny charms that I showed at the beginning. I decided to do flowers on the pinky. I'm going to try to evenly space them out, so one in the middle and then like one on each side. And I'm just going to kind of do that to map them out evenly. And I think it's cute. The last time I used these flowers was last year's Easter nails. So these are like my every Easter charms, although I don't have very many of them left now. I had these other cute little bunny charms that went perfect with the set. I've like accumulated quite a few Easter charms over the years, and so many of them I've never had the chance to use, but these were perfect. Like, look at this green one with the little pop of orange. It's so perfect. So here's how we're looking. I added some leaves to the pinky, which looks so pretty. And I added a few more charms to those liquid nails, a little cross under the bunnies, a little flower over their heads. And now we're going to use these little, oh my God, they're not little, these giant bunny charms that I love so much. And I don't think I filmed it, so I painted the back of those charms. They were initially transparent, and I didn't want the orange nail to come through. So for this purple bunny, I used that purple color from Nail Reserve and I just painted it on the back. And for the yellow one, I had a soft yellow color. I'm not sure, probably in that Enail pastel kit, and I used that to paint the back of this one. And then we're just gonna plop them on one on top of the other. And then this guy, the bow was a little bit off and he had a little space in his lap, so I gave him a little cross. I kind of think it's hilarious how like Christianity and rabbits collide on Easter. So I wanted to have a couple of crosses with the bunnies. And that's it. I'm creeping in with the finished set. I did the thumb off camera, and yeah, these are massive. Look at that thumb. I actually love the thumb. I think it turned out so cute. And I think the set as a whole is vibing. It's going together, all the colors. The liquid nails are so fun. Whenever I do these 10XL nails, they're always so hard to fit in the frame, so hopefully you get a good idea of how they look. Leave me a comment to let me know what you think. If you're watching and you made it to the end and you're not subscribed yet, definitely go do that. Subscribe for more. Keep an eye out on my next video. I'm going to do something totally different, and also kind of stay tuned for that Patreon announcement. So make sure your notifications are turned on. A big shout out to all my OGs who watched to the very end. I appreciate you so friggin' much. You're the best. You're amazing. And I hope to see every friggin' single one of you in the next video. All right, see you next time. Bye.